Hey everybody, Melissa Paluzzi here with the reading of the month for October 2025. And again, we're using Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid because these cards are awesome and they help us navigate the things that may be coming up in our path for the month ahead. So this reading is for the collective. May you find it useful. If it doesn't land with you, that's okay. Just go to the next one that lands with you. Please like and subscribe and get notifications for when the next video comes out. Sometimes I'm right on time and sometimes I'm a few days late. And I say it that way because we have, for the first Wednesday in October, we have TikTok. TikTok is about time. TikTok could mean the platform TikTok. This card, though, is talking about utilization of time. Human beings are the only ones that utilize time, at least as far as I know in this universe. But spirit does not work by the clock. We work by the clock. And this is a reminder that things happen in perfect order. They happen in divine timing. They happen in the order that your soul needs to experience it. There are no accidents. Time does not go in a forward, backward, past, future. That's not how time really operates. Things are going on around us all the time in different, it's coming to me. Give me a second for the word I'm looking for. It's starting to drop in. Looking at these different paths that people take, the way that time works, it's just all going on at the same time. When I talk about doing past life regression or future progression in a hypnosis process, most people think we're going to go back in time. And I think, it's a useful tool to think of it that way. But really what I think is happening is we have this vortex of dimensional timelines. The word I was looking for was timeline. We have this vortex of dimensional timelines. And I think when we're in a state of hypnosis, we put our foot or our big toe or whatever have you, your entire leg, in a timeline where you can learn things. And so, we are constantly flickering in and out of these different timelines. And so the way that human beings, the way this earth is designed, this concept of time seems to weigh on us. I know for myself, I think, oh, you better hurry up and get going on your lifetime project that you're working on. You're getting older. Time is running out. Nope, it's not. I have to remember that everything happens in perfect divine timing. And so trying to release the hold that we have on, I'm not there yet. I need to hurry up by a certain year, certain month. Goals are important and help us stay on track, but in the grand scheme of things, time is not as important as we give it. All right, so that first week, we're dealing with that idea of time. Second week, we are no stranger to this card. We have a change in the wind. We see this card a lot, actually. All right, so things are moving, changing, shifting. There's something happening in the background of the energy. Your soul is working with you to make changes and shifts, and this usually is not an expected thing. This can come out of nowhere. Big changes and shifts happen. People can be released from their jobs. People can quit their jobs. Family members can cross over. Big things can happen, and you might be realizing right now in the background of your life that there are major upheavals and shifts happening on this global scale, planetary scale, spiritual scale. We are evolving, and in the middle of that evolvement, you're going to start to feel some of these pieces get moved around. It's an energy of change, and do your best to not be afraid of that, because it's necessary for us to evolve as loving, kind human beings, so that we can release some of the fears and barriers that have held us back from moving into the next step of our loving selves. That change in the wind helps us move into this next space of surrender out to sea. We've seen this one before too, and this is really letting the universe be in charge, just kicking back and relaxing and letting the universe take you in the direction and the flow that you're meant to go. Releasing the control. It's going to be really hard for us to do. Releasing control, surrendering to that, but just do your best to just understand everything happens for you, not to you. It's all in perfect order. It's all in divine timing. We don't need to be afraid of change. We can be participating in change and make it a really wonderful experience, especially if we're willing to just kind of get in the tub, relax in the bubbles, let your muscles unwind, chill out, and see where the universe takes you. See where your soul takes you. It's an exciting time, and you don't have to get in turmoil about it. The 4th week of October, we have building blocks. We've seen this card before too. You have a great foundation. You're still a work in progress, but you have a wonderful foundation, and we're all moving forward as humanity. Everybody out there that's channeling, everybody that's talking about this says, we've done it. We have decided. We have tipped the scale. We are moving forward. We're not moving back. We're moving forward. And we have some wonderful building blocks already to build further on. And it's not going to be done until you have reached the union with Source. So enjoy building, enjoy learning, enjoy the expansion of yourself. And that very last Wednesday, we have Observer. So this is another opportunity to be in neutral observation, taking yourself out of the emotion of a situation and just looking at it from a different perspective. The fox there has the telescope, and he's looking at the moon through a different lens beside his own eyes. And that, of course, offers a different perspective and a different view. And I really have come to the realization this week especially that perception is everything. And how you feel about something, how you take it in is all filtered through your past experiences. And when you can really step aside and see something for what the truth of it is from this, almost like you're from the outside looking in instead of having feelings about it. Just setting those all aside and looking at it from a completely different perspective offers you some inner peace, because you don't have to hook into it. You don't have to bring all of your emotions from the past with you into that observation. Have a new opportunity every single day. So it's one of our usual months where we seem to have this reminder like, okay, we're going to have maybe a lower point, but then we're going to let you glide and integrate and go with the flow and be with Source. And then, another little reminder that things change. So again, just to recap, we have TikTok. Stop worrying so much about time. And let's all stop saying we don't have enough time, because I think we're making time speed up with our manifestation of that. Change in the wind, something's brewing. It's already begun. Shifting is happening. But it's all right. Just get in God's bathtub and float along and just do your thing. I'll just give a little additional information here that this is a body of water. Water in pretty much any card deck of any kind represents emotion. And so this beautiful being is just floating on top of that and is not overwhelmed by that. She's using Source to push her along, to let her float along, and she's not fighting against anything here. Those building blocks, you are a work in progress. Just understand that you're not done yet. There's always more to do. It's always a growth process. Even when you feel like you make mistakes, there are really no mistakes. There are just learning experiences. And then we have this neutral observation. So pull back, look at it from a different lens. Do your best to see things from the perspective of spirit rather than your human self who has all the feelings. You can always go back to your feelings later. But what happens if you take a look at the situation from a different perspective? All right, so that's wonderful advice from the cards, from spirit. I thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.